is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They fake the give. Newton. This is the tight end Fant. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
From the 50, Newton. And some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On second down, it's Walker. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to Walker on first down. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton. Throw out wide to Walker. Touchdown! Kenneth Walker, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 15.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the block?
Now Patterson to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
On the set. Go 58's the money. All day, every day, any day. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Nice, sweetheart.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Silver. 56 the Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. You ain't doing nothing today.
Straight ahead, Patterson. Room here to run. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. After the run, Newton going to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. From the gun, it's Walker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ready?
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 66 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Newton on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle, here's Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Here's Walker. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Falcons nothing. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Offense out there for their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Give to Patterson, running to the right. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Mike 56, Mike 56. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Down. Black 40.
It's been a long day for you. 56, Mike 56, right there, 56. Squeeze, double.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And look at this starting field position. That'll be touchdown inside the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Newton. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.